There it is, on the ground as promised. So the next thing we're going to do, I think, is try and get the fork legs in. So let me go and find them. Right, they've been rebuilt, as you probably will have seen in a previous episode. So we should give them a trial go and see if they want to go in or not. Oh, the answer is probably not. Let me get a cloth. No. Right. I have cleaned all these down to bare metal and greased them, but it still doesn't want to play ball, so we're going to have to spread the yolk slightly. Let me find things suitable. See if that's done anything. A little bit, but not much. Okay. Try again. Can't remember how tight these were coming out. I have no real recollection. We're very fast, are we? Let me just turn you off, we'll have a look at this. Right. They're in. Well, it's in. Do the other side in a minute. I've had to spread the yolk top and bottom to get it up here, and even then I had to give it a gentle tap at the bottom with the leg compressed, just to get it to seat up in the top yolk. So I will now fit an end cap, and then we'll do the other side, which hopefully will go a little bit easier than this side, because that was a bit of a struggle considering I don't recall them being a problem coming out. But anyway, that's what I'll do. I'll fit the top nut on this side loosely because I'm missing the Speedo housing, which I'll have to order. I've got one on this side, so I'll show you that when I come back. Right, I used the fork top cap to make sure the fork was all the way up, which it was. So before it's refitted, we need to fill the fork up with oil. So we have 190 ml fork oil of the appropriate grade, which is I've just taken from the workshop manual. Glug, glug, glug. Right. And then our fork with the paint mark to the top, which is how it came out. And then our top cap. Now, as I say, this one will have to come off again because I'm missing the mount of the instruments. So what I'll do next, I think, is I'll build this up so you can see that go together, and then I'll just do the other side off camera because it is identical. So I'm just making sure this is absolutely started because it's quite a thin, quite a fine thread. So I would rather do it by hand and make absolutely sure it's well on the way now, but anyway. I'd rather make sure. So I'm just going to knit this up. As I say, there's no point tightening it all the way because it's going to have to be changed. So the next job is to dig in the box, find the bottom yoke bolts, and then show you how these are meant to attach because they were broken on the bike originally. So let me just find them. Now, the bottom yoke bolt comes through there. Now there should be a washer on each side. There wasn't one on my bike, so I'm going to fit one. And there was also meant to be a brake cable retaining clip on an L-shaped bracket, which also wasn't fitted to my bike. Why? I don't know. Anyway, we have to assume that what is here is original because nothing seems to have changed. So I'll have to do this way because my deep socket's not here, and it's a long bolt, as you will see in a second. So I will cut this so you're not sitting watching me wind this for hours. Right, so our little wire hoop fits over there, but first we have to find the nuts and the washers. Again, I was missing some of these parts, so let me show you. Right, we have sleeve bolts, which is what secure them, and then there should have been two washers, which were missing on my bike because this was all damaged, and there may have been one, I can't remember. Anyway, just thrown one away. So that goes over there like so. That goes over there. Oh. And the sleeve nut fits inside there. These ones are stainless, by the way, because they were only a few pence more than steel ones. So I'll treat myself, I thought. Like so. Let me find a socket. Or a spanner, which I'll do this way around so you can actually see it. There we go. Lovely. Right, I shall do the other side. I'll bring you back when that's in. Right, just to show you the ridiculous nature of filming things when you're working, I just want to show you this. Now, you saw me fit the first leg, you saw me having to spread the yoke, take it out, clean it all again, put it back, blah, 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 blah. Picked up the set. This is completely true, there's no fakery going on here at all. I picked up the second leg. I've done nothing to it other than clean these again and grease them. Straight in. Unbelievable. Right, maybe I should have filmed them both and just shown you that one. Maybe look great, but instead you've got this one making me look a bit of a twat. Right, there we go. Both fork legs in, filled with oil. One instrument retaining ring in place. I'll have to buy another one because I haven't got one. It's damaged. Our headlamp supports bolted in, top and bottom. I'll also have to buy some handlebars. I just realised The ones that are on it I hate, and they're not going back on under any circumstances. Might as well stick the front mudguard in next. It has very minor spotting, but again, that's part of the history of the bike. I've had to weld up the front end where it was cracked, which is okay because it's already been welded here before. Don't really notice it. It's getting new rubbers and new, well, not new, cleaned up clamps, which look a bit scummy, but probably where the plating is worn slightly and discoloured. It's not pitted in any way, but anyway, I'm not changing them. So I will pick the cleanest ones for the outside, dirtiest ones for the inside. These rubbers didn't come split, so I had to split them myself. And basically they clamp together like that and then bolt onto the fork leg. So I'll just get the bits together and we shall do that. And there it is in place. Just get rid of my mucky hand marks from it. Now, the bike, well, two things. One, the new rubbers, as well as not being split, are actually a bit too fat and it's a bit of a struggle getting the plates on. And two, where the bike originally came with the mudguard mounted high, which I assume was only as a result of spinning these brackets round, so obviously if you turn them through 180 degrees it lift the whole mudguard up. But I've gone for the lower position, which I think will still work fine, simply because one, I didn't really like the look of the slightly higher mudguard, I thought it looked a bit silly. And two, it's probably not that sensible for British roads. You're probably better having your mudguard close to your tyre, I would have thought, given the amount of rain we get around here. So I'll try it in a lower position. If it doesn't work, I'll go back to the original and just see how we get on. But for the minute, it's staying like that. So I might have a look at the headlamp bowl next, I think. Because I'm going to have to feed the wiring through to meet up with the new loom. The front wheel's going to have to be rebuilt, so that's going to have to wait. The front brake I will rebuild waiting for the wheel. So let's have a look at the headlamp, see what we can find. Right, there's our bulb. Like all the other chrome work, it's very minor pitting, but it's too good to be getting rid of, that's for sure. So that has to mount up here, obviously, held in by the indicators. And there was also this large plate, if you recall, which sat inside the bowl. Like so. So the indicator will have to go through there. There's one of these washer type things either side of it. So that'll have to go on there. Tell you what, I'll put the nut down I'm holding, and then I might be able to do it properly. Like so, I think. I'm struggling to recall here, but anyway, that looks sensible. In a headlamp bowl with a support panel, presumably. Whoa! Right, I'll have to feed that in. Come on there. Just put that against it and pull that. There we go. Yep, pretty certain that's how it went. And then the indicators. No. The washer's moved and I hadn't noticed. Oh, bum. Come on, there we go. But yes, I obviously enjoyed making their assembly line workers suffer, because this is needlessly awkward, I think. Particularly this spurious bit of wire. There we go. And then the indicator should screw in. Like so. Right, I'm going to get the other one. The indicators work, by the way, I've double checked before I fitted them, obviously. They don't flash, but the bulb lights up, so I have to wait for my new flasher relay before I can check that. But at least the bulbs work. No point bolting them on and finding they don't. And there's a little lock nut that went on there for final positioning. I'm in your way there, I'm sorry, but I shall move around the other side in a second. So same again this side. Don't drop the nuts. Again, I shall put that in my pocket. Right, so if we stick that in there to start with to get our washer on. That needs to stay on that side of that. Nope, that ain't going to work. Get the wire through first, like so. And then our washer behind. Come on, there we go. Like so. And that washer on top. Right, retrieve my nut from inside my pocket. Right, all that can be lined up once everything's in place. But it's in there. Good. So now we need to find the bit of wiring loom that came out of there. And get that sorted. So we have a bit of sidelight wiring and I just hear a steam train. Go in the background, going down the line. Right, okay. With some rather duff wiring, which I'll have to sort out. Haven't checked the bulb, because the wiring needs sorting out, but that's not a big deal. So I'm assuming that they went through there. And I have a new frame bung. Now I can't remember which side that wiring went through. So I shall leave it there for a second and go and have a look at the other bit of wiring. Which is this bit, which again is slightly messy. Now then, that part must have been inside the headlamp, because I'm pretty certain that's one of the oil lights. I'm going to have to go through all this. Sadly, when you get a new wiring loom, it doesn't come with the headlight section. The wires all look okay, and they don't seem to be in bad condition. That's definitely the bottom, because that goes down to your pressure light switch, I'm sure. So that has to go in there. It was on the left side of the bike. Oh dear. And then that's got to be fed through as well. That's going to meet all the wiring for the new loom. Try and get it all in the hole. There we go. Now, why is that on its own? Where does that go? Because that seems to be on the wrong side of that, as is that. Right. So that clearly went through as well. That, and that, and then what's left should be our headlamp wiring, which I will not put that rubber bung in just yet until I double check what we need for inside the headlamp, but that's basically it. And then all of that has to go through the frame and meet our new wiring loom. And the colours look different. Oh, this is going well, isn't it? Right, okay. We have a selection of different colours. Anyway, we need a new loom bung for when it goes through the frame. For those of you who watch any of my other videos about the Harley Davidson will know that I'm having to do a lot of electrical work on that as well. So which is well, it depends on your definition of fun, I suppose, doesn't it? Sometimes it's fun when you work it out and it all goes quickly. And sometimes it is anything but. Right, so our wiring loom is now in roughly the right place to join up to the new loom. That goes down to our pressure switch. That, I'm assuming, will be the front brake light switch, given its position. So that will be going over there. That's your side light. So that's going to have to come through and meet the main loom as well at some point. But that's roughly correct. Just check the headlamp bulb. It works, which is quite amazing. So I might as well check these two, they'll come out. And there's a problem because that one doesn't want to straight away. Right, I should look into that. That one's covered in crud. I'll just check it out of interest. Right, we have our 3 warning lights, which came with sun dazzle covers, which I don't like. I think they're really ugly. And also, given that I live in northwest England, I don't imagine being dazzled with the sun is going to be a major problem, to be perfectly honest. So they just push fit into the headlamp. You have their own little looms, but I'll just have to check the wiring diagram to find out which one goes where, obviously. But they all work. Even these bulbs still work, which is nothing short of amazing. So I need to check the wiring loom first, but basically they'll just push in there when they're ready. And then we have our little light switch. Which I'll have to clean because it's slightly grubby. So back in a second. Which goes in the top of our headlamp. Just get the washer the right way around. Which goes in the top of our headlamp and is secured by a locking nut. Actually, I forgot to check this for continuity, but given it's a simple 2-pole switch and the fact everything else works, the chances are it's functioning, but we shall soon. Yeah. We shall soon find out. Right. So that's roughly where everything's going to sit. We then have a headlamp bulb holder, which is here. It's not in perfect condition. They're a bit loose. I shall have to see when I get the headlamp how bad that is. I may have to do a bit of work on this first. Again, peculiar colours because that looks like an earth tag to me, and that's a red wire, and on that side of the bike red's being used as an earth. That's clearly a feed to one of the bulbs. Ah dear, right, okay. I also forgot to mention I've got a little rubber bung for the side light wiring, which irritatingly I put the wiring through, forgot all about the bung, so now I've got to take it all out again to stick the bung on. But anyway, I won't film that. It's just, as you can imagine, fairly straightforward.